All right, so these next two examples, we're going to get some remainders here. Notice that we had remainder 0 on both of the examples above us. So same step, same everything. We're just going to get a remainder. We'll show you how to write it. Okay, but this x plus 1 is what we're going to divide into our 3x to the third plus 7x squared plus 2x plus 3. All right, again, remember steps are not too bad. We're just going to look at first terms here. What do I multiply x with to get 3x to the third? I just have one x here, so I need the 3 to make the 3. I also just have an x to the first, so I'm going to need x squared, so that my powers together add to that x to the third. Okay, so that's step 1. Find the number that you're going to place up here. Now go ahead and distribute this number to both of the terms right here. Again, this first term is going to want to be the same thing as your first term of your polynomial. So 3x squared times x just makes the 3x to the third. 1 times 3x squared is just 3x squared. All right, and then the last step is to subtract both of those values right there. All right, so we have 0, which is what we want. We always want to wipe out that first term right there. 7x to the second minus 3x squared is 4x squared. And then we'll go ahead and just bring down or add these to 0 x's and zeros right here. Bring down those numbers. All right, now just start all over again. Do the same thing. What do you multiply x with to get 4x squared? Well, we need a 4x. For that, 4x times x gives us this 4x squared. 4x times 1 is 4x. And then go ahead, subtract both of those. Remember to change the signs. 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0. 2x minus 4x is negative 2x. And then you have this plus 3. We're just going to bring down right there. All right, do it one more time. One last time here for us. What do I multiply x with to get a negative 2x? I just need a negative 2. Then distribute it. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Now we're going to subtract those. Or when you subtract a negative, you're going to really add it. So we've got 0 x's, and 3 plus 2 is 5 right there. So with this remainder, again, we don't want to just write remainder 5. You're going to write it as a fraction. The 5 is positive, so we could put a positive, and then that 5 goes in the numerator. The denominator is your divisor, this x plus 1 right there. And that is your final answer. Not too bad, right? All right, let's try this next example. We have this x squared minus x minus 5 that we're going to divide into x to the fourth minus 5x to the third plus x squared plus 20x minus 10. So we just have a little bit of a longer problem here. Same steps, just figure out what you multiply x squared with to get x to the fourth. Well, you need an x squared. And then this x squared gets distributed to all three terms. So x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. X squared times negative x is negative x to the third. And x squared times negative 5 is negative 5x squared right there. All right, last step before we start all over and on the steps is to subtract them. Okay, so you're going to subtract this term, add this term, and add that term. You just change all the signs. You can think of it like that. So you're left with 0x to the fourth, negative 5x to the third, plus x to the third gives us a negative 4x to the third, and x squared plus 5x squared is 6x squared. And then go ahead and just bring down the other terms, this plus 20x and the subtract 10. All right, let's go ahead and start all over. We're going to do the same steps. We're going to look at just the first terms. What do I multiply x squared with to get a negative 4x to the third? Well, I need a negative 4 and then another x right here. Now distribute. Again, negative 4x times x squared wants to be this exact same term, the negative 4x to the third. Negative 4x times negative x is a positive 4x squared. And negative 4x times negative 5 is a positive 20x. All right, next step is to subtract all of these. Again, remember, if they're negative, you add it. but we're just going to change all of the signs. We've wiped out our x to the thirds, but 6x squared minus 4x squared is 2x squared. 20x minus 20x is 0x. I'm going to leave that kind of empty, that space, and just drop down my 10 right here. If you even wanted to write 0x, that would be fine as well. All right, we're going to do it one last time. Let's choose a nice color this time. How about blue? Okay, so we're going to say, what do I multiply this x squared with to get 2x squared? This time we just need a 2. Distribute this to all three terms. I've got my 2x squared. Again, you want it to be the same term. 2 times negative x is negative 2x, and 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. All right, now just subtract all those, and we're done. So we're going to subtract, and subtracting negative means to add it. And we're left with 0x squared. We have that 2x right here. Oh, and the 10s go away as well. So we just have a remainder of 2x. It's positive, so we're just going to write a plus 2x all over x squared minus x minus 5. And that little thing right there is our answer. All right, so that's how you write your answer with a remainder. All right, the next examples will be on our next video.